Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Snagged in the middle. It's Murray. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Bostic. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Punts it out of the air. Across the 25, he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Just keep slinging it. Fires to the right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position and they force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Off the RPO, fire right trying to convert. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wildcats! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks? Like defensive line, you want to get me some sacks? So I guess I'll do it myself.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Yeah, and if you go big, I'm going big. I'm going to bring an extra defensive lineman. I'm going to bring in my big physical linebackers. I'm expecting run. This is what they've done. This is what you do on this part of the field, so I'm going to play aggressive on defense.
They'll try to blast their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going to run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They march 78 yards down the field. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air. Turning it on!
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down. Always nice to have. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. after taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It'll be 3rd and long. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on its way. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
What a run, man. I'll tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make...
Touchdown, Kentucky! Quick strike through the air for the score. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You can tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and waiting to see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Washington. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and then keep the drive alive.
Can't hang on is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Got it, looking for the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Rebels back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Off the play fake.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll leave it with him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Makes the grab down the middle. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go work on first down. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Heaves it on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They just keep firing. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Quick completion to the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Slams ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He leaves it with his back.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for 6. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got...
Breaks into the open. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in the...
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and comes up with...
He's looking deep. He's got it on the outside. And that touchdown-saving tackle. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Going for it all. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Snags it over the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And the Wildcats will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Off the play fake on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Pulls it in. It's Bland. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Off play action. Snagged out of the air. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the fourth down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here we go. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Takes the easy completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
For the touchdown in the final play, the denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game.